Good evening, and welcome to HD History's Decisions coverage of Election Night, 1796. The American flag waves high over the new city of Washington in the District of Columbia as we prepare to see who will be in the White House for the next 4 years. Will it be current Vice President John Adams or Secretary of State Thomas Jefferson? John Adams, remember, he's called the father of the Navy. He's been Vice President for 2 terms. Thomas Jefferson, Secretary of State. Remember, he was the person who wrote the Declaration of Independence of these United States. Thomas Jefferson runs on the Democratic-Republican ticket, and John Adams tonight will run for president on the Federalist ticket. Thomas Jefferson was Secretary of State from 1790 to 1793, most notably, but also he was the United States ambassador to France from 1785 to 1789. And you can certainly bet that King George III of England is watching. He made it very clear that he was very surprised that Washington will be stepping down in March. 70 electoral college votes will be required to win the contest this evening. It is now 7:50 in the United States, and we're only 10 minutes away from finding out the first calls of the evening and finding out how the Whiskey Rebellion along with Jay's Treaty will affect this election tonight. It is now 8 p.m. on the East Coast. Stand by for some projections and major projections out of the following states. There, of course, is the map as it stands right now, except for the northwestern portion of Virginia is currently filled in for Thomas Jefferson. However, that is just an error and not actually representative of how we're calling states so far, at least. We can now project that 4 electors from the state of Georgia will be casting their votes for Thomas Jefferson tonight. 11 from North Carolina will be voting for Jefferson tonight, and 1 for Adams. Adams now on the board with 1 vote currently to his name. Virginia, 20 of their 21 electoral college votes will go for Jefferson, meaning that only 1 this evening will go to Adams. Adams only at 2 electoral college votes, and you can see as they start piling up on the side of your screen there. Massachusetts, 16 electoral college votes going to Adams. No surprise out of that state. A bit of a surprise out of the state of Pennsylvania. 14 electoral college votes. Out of their 15 will go to Jefferson. 1 will go to Adams this evening. Another call, Connecticut, 9 electoral college votes will go to Adams. And at the top of your screen now, as we call Maryland, 7 electoral college votes. You can see the running total electoral college votes on the top of your screen now. 4 electoral college votes for Maryland for Jefferson. New Jersey, 7 electoral college votes will go to John Adams tonight, along with the 3 electoral college votes from the state of Delaware. No surprise. The northern states are expected to all go for Adams tonight. 6 electoral college votes for John Adams as well, meaning he's at 45 right now. Rhode Island, 4 for Adams tonight, and Vermont as well. Kentucky, 4 for Thomas Jefferson, another call. And finally, another call for Tennessee. 4 electoral college votes this evening going to Jefferson. Currently, Jefferson is in the lead in terms of votes, but not in the lead in terms of likelihood, because this election is going to come down to New York, and the election right now is Adams 59, Jefferson 67, 68, 70 are needed to win, and right now the very federalist state of New York is all that we have to wait to see. Stand by for a major projection of the state of New York. It is currently 9:15 in the East Coast. We can now project that the state of New York will go to John Adams tonight, meaning the presidency of the United States will be awarded to John Adams tonight, and meaning the vice presidency of the United States will be awarded to Thomas Jefferson. He finished second. Therefore, Thomas Jefferson elected Vice President of the United States this evening. No big surprise out of any of the states tonight. You could say the biggest surprise is Pennsylvania awarding most of their delegates to Jefferson tonight. We would expect a few more of those to go to the Federalist Adams. However, that is how it's going to turn out. Adams going to win the presidency only by one electoral college vote. The Star-Spangled Banner waves high over the city of Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, and the executive mansion, where John Adams has just been elected to serve in that mansion for the next 4 years, and Thomas Jefferson has just been elected vice president. From our broadcast headquarters in the capital of the nation, good night, and we'll see you in 4 years.